top staying event on the calendar has always been the Gain Dog Food Corn Cuchulainn, and the very famous event came to a conclusion at Harrow's Cross on Friday night. It was a balmy evening, and we're expecting fireworks on the track. And so the runners now on parade for the final of the Gain Dog Food Corn Cuchulainn. Winner €12,500. First up in one, TYRAP DRAGI, owned by David Carroll, a massive son of Headbound and Varilark, powers down the far side and stays strongly. Two is Jojo Fantasy, top class over 4 bends, trained by Graham Holland for the Flanagan and Allen Syndicate, a son of Premier Fantasy, and Cabramilli, not quite seeing out this trip, but if he got loose early, he'd make them all run. 3, Beaming Coyote, owned by Pauline Ryan, a daughter of Collision, and Beaming Olive, an impressive semi-final winner. 4 is Milldean Puma, the hot favourite, trained by Graham Holland, the second runner for Graham, owned by Adam and Tony Griffiths, this son of Milldean Panther, and Session Special already has the track record for 575 yards at Shelburne Park, and he's a deserving favourite. 5 is ASCOT BECKY, the third of the Graham Holland trained runners, owned by John Stanton and Ian McLeod, a daughter of Ace Rumble, and Ascot Megan, facing a tricky draw in 5, should be staying on at the finish. And 6 is Airmount Tess, owned by Ger Kiely, a talented daughter of Bretley and Airmount Pearl, another facing a tricky draw. She may seek an inside berth in the early yards. And there's the bell for the final of the Gain Dog Food Corn Cuchulainn. 1, TYRAP DRAGI. 2, Jojo Fantasy. 3, Beaming Coyote. 4, Milldean Puma. 5 is Ascot Becky. And out in 6 we have Airmount Tess, the hare coming up behind traps. Dogs all set. Off they go, flying start by Milldean Puma. Took a flyer from 4, leads them to the bend. From in second, 6 Airmount Test, then comes 2, Jojo Fantasy, but it's the Puma out front by 2 lengths to 6 Airmount Test and 2, Jojo Fantasy, who checks wide, but 4 Milldean Puma, 3 lengths past in the stands. 6 in second, Airmount Test and 2, Jojo Fantasy, but still the Puma, but 6 Airmount Test looks at challenger, forced to check slightly there herself. It's 4 Milldean Puma, 6 Airmount Test and 2 Jojo Fantasy. TYRAP DRAGI, the best of the remainder, but he'll need to fly. It's 4 Milldean Puma, but here comes 6 Airmount Test on the outside and 2 Jojo Fantasy off the final turn. 4 Milldean Puma, 6 Airmount Test. What a finish! Milldean Puma, Airmount Test. What a finish! Airmount Test on the near side, just throwing her nose up in front, perhaps on the line. Desperately tight. The winning time 41.84. And the result of the 2016 Gain Dog Food Corn Cuchulainn decider. The winner, Trap 6 Airmount Test, throwing herself up on the line to beat Trap 4 Milldean Puma, and back in third was 2 Jojo Fantasy. The winning time 41.84.
Jerry, well ran tonight. How do you feel?
Yeah, great. She ran a great race. It was a very competitive race, so she ran great.
Were you worried about the trap draw?
Not really, no. I wasn't worried about the trap draw, no. I was worried about the first bend, all right, so everything went well,
And going forward, what are the plans for the future?
Well, the Oaks and Waterford is coming up, and I'll probably run on that,
Jerry, well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John.
Great night, great race. Gain, happy to be a part of it?
Oh yeah, very good. Fabulous race, great finish, excellent finish, and 2 class dogs fought it out at the death, 6 great dogs in the final, but 2 class dogs. I said it last week with the draw as well. The draw would be a leveler, and I did see a big argument for the winner getting into the race and ran very, very well,